So the ultimate in automating your food is to have someone else cook the food for you. In other words, you hire a private chef, which sounds pretty cool, and it's actually not as expensive as you might think. So why would you want to hire a private chef? Well, first of all, and would be really important for me, would be I would eat a lot better. I would stick to a diet. And when I talk about diet, I'm not necessarily talking about weight loss diet. It could be a health-related diet, or a food allergy diet, or something like a vegan or a vegetarian. But I know for me, I come home of an evening and I've planned to eat a really healthy meal, but then, I see that there's something really, really unhealthy in the fridge, and I think I much prefer that. So I eat it. But if I had a chef who'd provide all my meals for me ready cooked, and I knew all those meals were healthy, then in a way I'd be forced to eat healthily, which is a lot better. It broadens your tastes. So if you allow your chef to experiment and you give them certain parameters, but you say within these parameters, surprise me, make it some really interesting meals. Could save you a lot of money. Depends how much money you spend eating out or just buying junk food. In fact, you could budget really tightly and give that budget to the chef and say, I want to only cook meals within this budget, and you could save money. You get to brag that you have a private chef. Imagine going to work and saying, oh yeah, I've got my private chef who's preparing this lovely salmon mousse meal tonight for me. And all your work colleagues would be pretty jealous. Think, man, how is he earning so much money? And of course, this course is about automation, which is about saving time. Imagine how much time it would actually save. Now, I love cooking, I really do. I'm really into cooking, I've got lots of cookbooks. But sometimes I just cannot be bothered. I'd like to be able to cook when I've got lots of time and really enjoy it, as opposed to something that is just a chore. So to be able to come home and have a really nice, healthy meal prepared for you is worth the extra money that may cost. Second question we ask is, how do we find a private chef? If we go to a company that sort of has chefs, they're going to cost a lot more money. So maybe the word chef is a bit of a sort of red herring. Maybe if we start to use the word cook, we can start to think a little bit broader. So for example, you may have friends who are really good at cooking. And if you made some arrangement with them, they'd be happy to cook your meals for you. Maybe a stay-at-home mom, or I should really put dad as well, stay-at-home parent who's really enjoys cooking and maybe would welcome the extra money. Or someone who's currently in between jobs that is a cook or a trainee chef. And we can also look online. And let's have a look online now at some examples. Now here we are at the New York version of Craigslist. I'm obviously not based in New York, as you can probably tell from my accent, but it's just one I came across. And I typed in to search cook, and I was in services. I could have typed in chef. And there's lots and lots of examples. Obviously, New York is a big city. If you're in a smaller city, may not be as many. But, the interesting thing is housekeeper, cook, and assistant. So, you don't just limit it to someone who's going to cook your meals. You may want to also think about someone who could tidy your house. Private cook. So we can click on this. And we can read through here. There's not much about cost, just about experience. But I know there's one here that has shows some examples of the food that she cooks. Now this person is from the Caribbean, so that would be probably the type of food that you'd expect. And you can see she's got some examples here of the type of things that she does. And some of them looks pretty good. So you can see it'd be quite simple to actually find someone who'd be happy to cook for you. One way that you could do it, of course, is you could provide the menu, you could provide all the food, get that food delivered to the person, and ask them to work with what you've sent them. That would be on the one hand. The other extreme, of course, would be to say to that person, these are the parameters, these are the dietary requirements, this is a budget, off you go. And they would prepare a menu, they would deliver that food to you, or you pick it up, and it would be totally in their hands. Now, as I said, that would be quite exciting if you was happy to do that. And that would be the ultimate way to save a lot of time and a lot of effort. All you'd have to do is make sure that the food was picked up or delivered when it was convenient for you. So there's some ideas. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's got you excited about the possibilities of having your own chef, your own cook, and some of the possibilities about saving an awful lot of time by doing that.